3. Well, he had so little in the way of opportunities, Icardi, in that first half, but has still got his goal set up by Candreva. Now we will see whether Milan can hit back. As it stands, they're heading for a 4th defeat of the season. And Inter already in 2nd place in Serie A. And they can look to close the gap on Napoli, who have that 100% record and are sitting pretty at the top of the table. It would only be 2 points, that gap, and Inter would arguably be ahead of schedule. Their rather chaotic start to last season must seem a world away right now. They're 8 points better off compared to the same stage of the previous campaign. Milan, despite investing in the region of €200 million in new players this summer, are actually 2 points worse off. And it all just ramps up the pressure on Montella to try and deliver something and decide to stage a comeback in this second half, Chris Perry.
I think he's been under pressure since the start of the season, spending that amount of money. You know, the new Chinese people who've taken over the club are expecting results to certainly improve and expecting the side to be moving upwards in the table, but struggling at the moment. A 4th defeat would be unthinkable probably for them. You just wonder if his job might be in danger the longer this goes.
Nagatomo with the cross, taken in by Donnarumma.
Marco Fasoni, the CEO, was quoted in the week as saying that this game won't be decisive in the future of Montella, but you have to think if they were to lose this maybe 3 or 4-0, that it might be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, there were those reports this week that the Milan director Massimiliano Mirabelli met with the Swiss head coach Vladimir Petkovic, formerly of Lazio. But that has been denied by Milan. It was called science fiction by Mirabelli, so it should be interesting.
You wonder for me, with someone like Ancelotti out there, Conte at Chelsea's been mentioned as one for the future, certainly, maybe not this season, but next. Just how long Montella's going to be in the job.
Bonaventura, the player, going to ground. Candreva proving 1 or 2 critics wrong, perhaps, with that assist for the opening goal in the first half. Header by Gagliardini. And now Vecino. Cleared by Musacchio, the former Villarreal player. He talked before the game, Musacchio, about how they couldn't let Icardi breathe. And they'd restricted him so effectively in the early stages of the game, but he only needed that one-sighted goal, didn't he?
He didn't have a lot of space for the goal, did he? But he certainly made the most of it.
Musacchio. Borini's ball inside was a good one to Biglia. And now Rodriguez has time and space to work with. Rodriguez trying to win it back off Candreva, but he couldn't. And now Inter look to attack down Milan's left. Inside it goes here to Perisic. Borja Valera beyond it. Icardi further still. Perisic with the pass. And now it's Matthias Vecino. And Donnarumma got his angles right.
Daisy cutter, wasn't it? It was a good break again, though, wasn't it? Candreva doing good work defensively, then starting off the counter-attack. Vecino with the shot that was always going wide.
Milan, the nominal away side today. They've only won 1 of their last 9 Serie A games on their travels. That was a 3-0 victory at Crotone on the 20th of August, the opening weekend. Here's Andre Silva. Cutrone is central. This is Fabio Borini. Musacchio. That's not a bad ball. Musacchio's continued his run. Andre Silva, and he'll get the chance to hit it. Oh, he hits the post. Musacchio equalises. Well, Milan thought they were on terms.
This is going to go to the VAR, you'd think.
Big call, big moment in the 4th minute of the second half here at San Siro.
Yeah, he's offside, isn't he, Musacchio? It's a great spot from the official on this side.
Well, he thought he had his first Serie A goal for a moment there, Matteo Musacchio. But it's been ruled out quite correctly by the referee. No doubt in that decision, he was A good yard or two, wasn't that?
He was offside. Unfortunate, Andre Silva, wasn't he? Worked his space really well, tried to bend it with his left foot, almost got it spot on.
Well, can it encourage Milan, though? A bit more of a belief about them here now. Rodriguez. Bonaventura. Biglia. Suso's in space. He's been found as well. He's got Musacchio to his right. Suso will have a go, and he forces the save from Handanovic.
I think Handanovic is fortunate that this is right down his throat, straight at him, because Suso catches this brilliantly with his left foot. It's moving in the air a little bit. Had it been either side, I think Handanovic would have been in trouble.
Has proved himself to be a class act, hasn't he, at Milan, Suso? 5 minutes into the second half, header clear by Skriniar, and it falls here for Barini. Well, I think he might have saw that a little late. Handanovic got down, though.
Just went through the legs of the defender, didn't it? Made it more awkward for Handanovic. Good save. Started well, haven't they, at the beginning of this second half? Milan come out with some fire in their bellies, trying to get back into this. It was low, it was going towards the corner, probably would have hit the post, but Handanovic gets down well, and this is Suso's effort that was straight down the throat of Handanovic. Fortunately for him.
Best period of the game, arguably, this for Milan.
I think bringing on Cutrone just means that it's going to occupy the two centre-backs of Inter Milan now. They've got two players to think about, and it's just meaning that they're a little bit less organised defensively than they were in that first half, less comfortable.
Romagnoli, and now Rodriguez. Inter with that 100% record at San Siro this season, 3 wins out of 3.
No goals conceded yet here either.
3-0 against Fiorentina, 2-0 against Spal, and 1-0 against Genoa. Barini.
Offside.
Cutrone had gone too early.
I like Cutrone though, his movement's excellent, always plays on the shoulder of the last man. He's another one similar to Icardi, I think, in the future will find little spaces in the box. He's excellent at just finding a pocket of space inside the box, and he's a good finisher.
He went to the launch of the product of a sticker book company this week, Cutrone, and I really liked, because he is only 19, and the joy in his face to see that he had his own sticker. He said
that's a big moment as a professional footballer, that, when you first get your own sticker after collecting them as a boy.
Cutrone, you'll have to bring yours in, Chris, the next time I see you.
I've got them all at home on the wall.
Just offside, Cutrone. Clearance by Bonucci. Brought down here by Nagatomo. Inter haven't actually lost a derby against Milan as the home side since November 2010. It's been a while. That the season that Milan won the last of their league titles. In fact, the Nerazzurri have only lost once in their last 12 games as the home side in this fixture, and they're winning at the moment. Icardi's goal, which was scored after 28 minutes, is the difference. Well, like Andre Silva was fouled there, and indeed he was.
It was. Miranda all over the back of Andre Silva, just too eager to win the ball. Arm round his shoulder, certain foul. Have to be careful, Miranda.
Suso, crossfield pass intended for Rodriguez, and it finds him. 4 players in the middle. Cutrone was one of them.
So sharp, finds space brilliantly. That's why he reminds me of Icardi. That movement to the near post, just pulls away and then gets across the front of Skriniar. Can't quite guide his shot on target. But so noticeable already at the start of the second half that Ricardo Rodriguez is playing much higher up the pitch.
Milan supporters, Chris, I would imagine, will be saying, why didn't they start like this?
Sometimes it's difficult, and sometimes you need to see the game in front of you to make those tactical changes, and Montella's obviously reacted to something that he's seen in the first half, and at the moment it's paying dividends.
They certainly are the side on top, Milan, but still trail. Miranda. Borini with the block.
Doesn't look comfortable in possession, Miranda, when he gets the ball, does he? He's not the nicest of players to watch in possession.
Cardi chasing, Romagnoli covering. Bonaventura. He's done really well to turn away from Vecino there. There was no foul though by the Uruguayan.
Just got a touch on the ball, I think, Vecino there.
D'Ambrosio. Vecino. Gagliardini. This is Nagatomo. Flicked by Ivan Perisic. Borja Valero. Perisic.
Offside, I think, Perisic there, when Valero just flicked it round the corner. Perisic just standing in offside position.
Rodriguez. And now Giacomo Bonaventura. Pinpoint pass to Fabio Borini. Sousa. Lots of movement inside the box. An overlapping run here by Musacchio. Suso decides to go alone and scores! Oh, that was quality! How about that from Sousa? Beautiful goal from the Spaniard, and Montella's Milan are level in the derby.
This is a brilliant goal from Suso, but this is all about the overlapping run from the centre back. Musacchio that opens up the space for Suso to come inside. We spoke just a second ago about how much higher up the pitch that Borini and Rodriguez are playing. But Musacchio just takes away the run of Ivan Perisic, takes him away, allows Suso to open up the space inside. No one closes him down. But it's wonderful technique to literally pick out a pinpoint finish into the bottom corner past Handanovic, who gets a fingertip to it, but can't keep it out.
Well, it has been said that maybe this new formation doesn't suit Sousa, but they're determined, Milan, to make sure they find a role for him in this side. We've been used to seeing him play wide in previous formations, but in a central area there, he's done the damage and he's got the Rossoneri on terms.
I think the important thing was he was kind of coming in from that right-hand side where he usually plays on the right-hand side, comes inside onto his left foot. So difficult to play against when he can go both sides down there, and he's just much more comfortable on the right side of the pitch, gets the ball. The run from Musacchio creates the space for the goal, but he's got a lot to do.
Borini, it's been Milan's half so far, no doubt about that. And over goes the cross, and Handanovic will claim it.
Well, we spoke in the first half about the battle in the wing-back positions. Can Candreva and Perisic force the two wing-backs back to defend? In the first half they did. The two wing-backs were playing as full-backs. Now they're playing as wingers and forcing Candreva and Perisic to have to go back and defend against them.
That's two good friends on the touchline trying to outwit each other. Spalletti certainly won the first half, but Montella is very much on top in the second. Header by Nagatomo, then in turn Musacchio. Cutrone, look at this run down the left from Rodriguez. Andre Silva's waiting in the middle arm aloft. Cutrone wants it as well. Cut out by Nagatomo, it's Suso who picks it up. Now it's Andre Silva. Milan asking real questions here of Inter. Sousa. Biglia. They just look so much more confident now, Milan. Musacchio had that goal disallowed. That goal, by the way, scored by Sousa, the first that Inter have conceded at home in the league this season, and only the fourth that they conceded in what is their 8th game in all. Biglia, Bonaventura, there's a zip about Milan now. Bonaventura still just couldn't quite keep his feet. Biglia. Inter can't get the ball back at the minute. Borini. And heading for the byline, and clear by Miranda.
Nagatomo almost got kidded into a challenge there by Borini and possibly could have given away a penalty.
D'Ambrosio, almost an hour gone in the Derby della Madonnina. Candreva. Vecino! Oh, close.
Well, he should hit the target, Vecino. It's a really good counter-attack. Candreva 1v1 against Rodriguez is a complete mismatch. Tries to pass it into the bottom corner and just gets his angles wrong. Should be hitting the target there, and Spalletti, head in hands, knows that's a gilt-edged chance.
Helps Uruguay to World Cup qualification. Vecino started their win over Bolivia this week. Here's Cutrone. Belia. Really open second half we've had so far. Bonaventura.
I think it's going to be like this second half. With the way that Montella's got Milan playing now, with the two wing-backs so high, Barini and Rodriguez, Inter are going to have to defend deep and then try and hit Milan on the counter-attack.
Rodriguez comes out here for Belia to strike one.
He's capable of scoring from there, isn't he? He has done in the past, doesn't quite get this one right. But Suso certainly got this one right. The run from Masaccio just drags two defenders, actually, Gagliardini and Perisic, away from the ball, which leaves the space for Suso, but what a finish.
I think he was an unused sub in the last game, that 2-0 loss to Roma. There he spent 5 years at Liverpool up until 2015. They didn't see the best of him at Anfield, but they certainly are at San Siro. And on the ball again here, Suso.
It's just much more difficult to mark Suso when he's playing that little bit deeper.
Barini towards Cutrone, and it's Bonaventura, and saved by Handanovic.
Brilliant save from Handanovic.
Bonaventura again. Belia, Inter under pressure, and maybe slightly under the cosh a bit as well, actually. Bonaventura, Belia, Sousa. Icardi's won it back though for Inter, and look at the run here from Perisic. Icardi has kept it well and found Ivan Perisic. Vecino in the middle, Icardi's there as well. Perisic hits the byline, Icardi! Oh, what a finish! It's absolutely sensational at San Siro from Mauro Icardi. What a player! Incredible improvisation from the captain, who leads from the front again, and Inter have their lead back.
Well, this is the game now, isn't it? You know, Inter win the ball high up the pitch. Counter-attack after counter-attack after counter-attack. It's going to be that type of game. Icardi does brilliantly initially, holds the ball up, wins the ball back, breaks forward, just waits for support. Perisic to his left-hand side, plays a perfect pass out to him. Perisic 1v1 with Masaccio. Can Masaccio stop the cross? No, he can't, but Bonucci just, instead of marking players in the box, goes to mark space. Icardi finds half a yard of space, and what a finish with the outside of his right foot on the volley. Absolute precision into the bottom corner. But George Graham always said to me as a defender, mark players in the box, space never scores a goal. And there you go, Bonucci, had he been marking Icardi, but Icardi doesn't score.
What a player, Chris, though. Icardi,
it's
8 goals in 8 games.
Brilliant finish. He finds space. He's so good at finding space.
Barini now at the other end, taking on Nagatomo. He beat Nagatomo, and he's got the free kick, has he?
That should be a yellow card for Nagatomo. He's given a handball. I don't think he's given the foul. Has to be a foul. He's grabbing hold of the shorts there, Nagatomo. What a fillip for Spalletti, when they were just looking as though they were really under the cosh. They were struggling to get out. They get that goal that puts them back ahead and probably just calms everyone down again.
I can't remember seeing too many players, Chris, and you like me, we've watched a lot of football. I can't remember seeing too many players who need so few chances to score so many goals.
Well, that's it. You look at some of the top strikers across Europe, you look at the likes of Cavani and Lukaku. For me, they need 2, 3, 4 chances to score 1 goal. Icardi doesn't. He's so clinical.
Sousa, still it remains open. Barini. needs to find a telling cross. Nagatomo preventing it. Suso gets on the ball. Musacchio in an advanced position. Milan showing great ambition. Borini with the cross. Rodriguez forward from the back, chested down to Bonaventura, trying to find the room for the shots, deflected, and it will be a corner.
Good play from Miranda. Left his centre-back role to go and close Bonaventura down there, recognised the danger.
The Milan hierarchy watching on.
Passoni didn't look too impressed there, did he?
No. Expected to hit the ground running after spending €200 million, but many knew it might not be quite as simple as that. Especially when you basically buy a whole new team, it's going to take time.
Particularly with the back four, back five as it is tonight, not having played together too much.
Clearing header by Miranda. This is Borini. Caught by Gagliardini.
Yeah, again, pretty cynical from Gagliardini. Made sure Borini didn't get away. Coming to the game in this second half, hasn't he, Borini? Picking the ball up higher out the pitch where he's more comfortable, running up defenders.
Well, the good news is that we've still got around 25 minutes, possibly more than that, with added time of this game to go.
First 20 minutes of this second half has absolutely flown by. It's been played at a wonderful pace with some great quality.
Can Suso conjure up here? All he wants in this game, Milan have found an equalising goal as they look to try and do it again. Borini, it's a nice turn and not a bad ball in there, but the shot is misjudged by Andre Silva.
His first touch was good, wasn't it? First touch was excellent to set himself to shoot. Second one not so good, certainly not as good as that one from Icardi anyway.
Well, there's his good lady wife, Vandanara, watching on in the crowd. But the improvisation for that finish as well, again with Milito watching on. I'll ask you the question, Chris, where is he in the top centre-forwards in European football right now, Icardi? It's got to be right up there, hasn't he?
I think he's right up there. I think he probably doesn't get the credit he deserves because Inter aren't in European competition.
Candreva, cut out by Bonucci, who is a player who's had a fair bit of criticism and will do after that goal as well for Icardi. In terms of the marking in the box, defended by his coach Montella, Bonucci, ahead of this match, he seemed to suggest that he felt he was being picked on a bit as the star name in that defence. But here's Borja Valera. Candreva. Just looked a bit leggy there, didn't he, Candreva? Biglia.
He's having to work so hard defensively, getting up and down that side. He's looking a little bit tired.
Bonucci striding forward as we became familiar with him doing in Turin. Biglia. Suso. Three on the edge of the area for the Rossoneri. Wide is Borini. Suso with the cross, diving header clear by Miranda. Bonucci.
Everyone back, really, isn't it?
Borini couldn't quite take it on.
Just going back to Bonucci, I think he's probably a little bit of a victim of his own reputation, to be honest. I mean, he's so good at Juventus over the past 7 seasons. He came in with a huge reputation that it was him who organised that defence with Chiellini and Barzagli, and he's just struggled really to find that form. And it can be difficult when you move clubs, completely new environment, playing with new players who he's never played with before, and as we mentioned, a host of new signings. It's difficult. They're a work in progress, Milan, and I think Bonucci will get better as the season goes on.
12 major honours in 7 seasons with Juve. On the ball here, Bonucci. Sliced clearance by Donnarumma. Inter with the chance here, remember, to go 10 points above their city rivals in the table. That's the way it's heading at the minute as we head towards the final 20 minutes.
I think more importantly for Inter, going to second place, you know, above Juventus, above Roma. They'll be looking to get into those Champions League places this season.
Both these clubs eager for a return to that competition. Out of reach previous campaigns, but the undoubted target going forward. Belia, player caught here.
Just a bit late into the challenge, wasn't he, Borja Valero? Belia just a little bit quicker to it than him.
It's been action-packed, hasn't it? Particularly in this second half, the Milan derby. And we've seen some moments of real quality as well. Can Milan produce another one here? Really busy on the edge of that box. In goes the cross off the head of Miranda. Romagnoli got his head to it, and Nagatomo will clear for Inter. Belia. Bonucci, Sousa, can he produce another moment of magic? It's deflected, and Romagnoli's forward from the back.
Didn't quite fall for him, did it? It ricocheted kindly into his path in the first instance after the shot from Suso, but just wouldn't sit down so he could get his shot on target.
Well, there were shades there of when he scored that goal to make it 2-1 in the, I think it was the 83rd minute of the game back in April that finished 2-2. As Inter ready a change here.
Yeah, this is good. I think this is going to be for Candreva. João Cancelo certainly is used to playing as a right wing back, played right back at Valencia. I think probably more suited to playing right wing back, right side of the pitch, right wing maybe. Because Candreva is almost playing as a wing back at the moment. You look at his position, he's in the back five.
Borini. Certainly been more effective in this second half, the former Liverpool player.
He's just more comfortable playing higher up the pitch.
Bonucci with the ball into the box. It was testing and it was headed clear by Skriniar. Borini with another cross. Now here is that change being made by Luciano Spalletti, who gets across some last moment instructions here to João Cancelo. He's still only 23, Portuguese international. He's on loan from Valencia. Only making his second appearance in Serie A this season. Missed the start of the campaign with a knee injury, picked up on international duty in August. But Candreva's left his mark on this game with that superb cross that he put in for the opening goal, scored by Icardi. It would have done his confidence the power of good. Spalletti here is sending a message on with Cancelo. I just wonder whether maybe there's a bit of a language barrier there, which perhaps could explain why he's done that. We'll see who the message goes to.
I wonder if they might go to five at the back, perhaps. But certainly Cancelo has gone out. Just gave a message, yeah, to Gagliardini, it looks like.
This is at moments like that you hope the boss has got good handwriting, isn't it, Chris? Not like a doctor's prescription.
Block capitals always.
Musakia. Borini. Now Suso. Up towards Cutrone, who's got Bonaventura in support. Cutrone holding off Skriniar, showed good strength there, the teenager. Plenty in the box here for Milan, but the cross never came over.
He's got a big job to do, Cancelo, down that side, tracking back Ricardo Rodriguez, who loves to gallop forward down the left-hand side of the pitch and deliver balls into the box. Suso.
I
think they've actually looked like they've gone to a 5 at the back. Cancelo certainly not moving forward too much. D'Ambrosio just gone as one of the centre-backs, 3 at the back. Nagatomo as the left wing-back.
Now we're going to see Locatelli brought on. And Montella joined Milan from Atalanta at the age of 11 in 2009.
It's an interesting one. Who would you take off?
We'll find out imminently.
Because he's a very defensive-minded midfield player, isn't he, Locatelli? And you think with Lucas Biglia on there, do they need another one? They're in control, really, of possession and territory. Do they need another defensive midfield player on there? 2-1 down. You kind of think not.
We've been so used to these games being very tight affairs over the years. In fact, Inter have shared 53 draws with Milan in Serie A, more than against any other side. But they're leading at the moment, the Nerazzurri. Here's Vecino. Gets away from Biglia. Movement from Borja Valera. Now it's João Cancelo. And on he goes. And the cross is deflected, and it's behind for a corner.
It's a good break again, isn't it? That's what they're going to have to do, just suck Milan onto them and then look to hit them on the counter. Vecino was strong down the right-hand side, laid it back to Cancelo, showed good pace to get to the byline. Gets the cross across, and Romagnoli does well to cut it out at the near post.
Inter in search of the comfort of a 2-goal cushion. Icardi being watched closely, as you would expect, on a hat-trick, the Inter captain. It's over towards Ivan Perisic.
Rose well, didn't he? Perisic was miles above Ricardo Rodriguez, headed it down, couldn't quite get the power to beat Donnarumma.
Bonucci. This is Musacchio. Still they're waiting to get on Locatelli. Here's Andre Silva, who's not had the best of nights, has he? We'll see that substitution being made now. You don't often see that, do you? A foul given away by the head of a player.
No. Brave, wasn't it, from Andre Silva? Romagnoli's gone off. I just think they must be going to a back 4 now.
They certainly have tinkered around, haven't they, in terms of the formation. Into that tactical flexibility. Montella, it's demanded, really, by a coach like him. And they find a way, though, to get back into this game, Milan. They've done it once, and there's still time on their side. Musacchio. Milan, unlike Inter, with European commitments to contend with this season, the Rossoneri top of Group D in the Europa League, maximum points from their 2 games. Second place at AEK Athens, who visit San Siro this coming Thursday. Austria Vienna and Rijeka, the other 2 sides in that group. Something Inter don't have to worry about this season. It could be a big advantage to them in terms of the race for the top 4, maybe even the title, who knows. Hard to argue with their record thus far. The referee getting in the way of the pass from Biglia. Perisic goes up. And Icardi's calling for it in the middle.
Well, I think the referee stopped this because it's a head injury. He's going to give a yellow card, I think, to Perisic, maybe. He just looked to brush off. I think it's Andre Silva. He just brushes him off. I'm not sure there was a flailing arm. It certainly looked to be one that maybe got a word from the 4th official here. He puts his arm out and fends him off. You could say it's a free kick. Spalletti doesn't agree.
Well, it was taken out on the water bottle. Borini.
What Milan have done since the substitution, Ricardo Rodriguez has gone back into the back three to play left side of the back three. Bonaventura is now playing wide left as the wing back. Locatelli's come in to sit alongside Biglia.
Biglia, and now Ricardo Rodriguez. Borini, he's taken that down really well. Crossing was decent, and at the back post, oh, has it gone in? It's Giacomo Bonaventura. Milan are appealing. Into the final 10 minutes we go, and Milan have done it again. Bonaventura was the man arriving at that back post. And it's 2-2 at San Siro, just as it was last season. Guaranteed drama in the Derby della Madonnina.
It certainly looked over the line, didn't it? Good ball in, wasn't it? Good ball in from... he's unfortunate, isn't he, Handanovic? He gets down and makes a brilliant initial save, and it rebounds off the post, and he can't stop the momentum of his body, forcing it back over the line. He's unfortunate, but they don't defend the cross. It bounces in the 6-yard box. Bonaventura arrives at the back post. Cancelo switches off, doesn't track his man, and it just trickles over the line.
That's an own goal as well, isn't it, from Handanovic? I don't think it was initially over the line.
It certainly wasn't initially. No, he did brilliantly to save the initial effort from Bonaventura. I don't see how you can give those as own goals. They're so harsh against goalkeepers, though.
Well, you have to really give credit to Milan. Twice they've been behind, twice they've come from behind. Will one of these sides now go on and win this match?
Well, Milan have undoubtedly been the better side in the second half. They've played a lot higher up the pitch. They've really been positive in the positioning of their wing-backs. They've been positive in their play, and they fully deserve to be on level terms.
Musakia, Borini, Perisic here, picks up the loose ball. Nagatomo's forward from left back. Icardi waits in the middle. Borja Valero's in there too. Borini looking to prevent the cross, and does. Oh, what a match. Living up to the hype. And we've still got time to find a winner, plenty of time. Borja Valero. Well, both sets of players are appealing, but the decision has gone in Milan's favour. Just a reminder that we have a live Serie A game for you tomorrow night. The two sides at the bottom of the table, Verona and Benevento, meet at 7:30, BT Sport 3. And then the focus is on the Champions League at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid take on Tottenham Tuesday at 7. And then what a game this is. Napoli travel to the Etihad to take on Manchester City. That's on 3 and also 4K UHD. And Liverpool are in Slovenia. Maribor, their opposition, Tuesday 7 on BT Sport ESPN. But for the moment, the focus remains very much on the Derby della Madonnina. Where will it take us next?
Well, how much does either team want to go and win this game, or will they settle for a draw? The pragmatist in Spalletti, for me, probably thinks he's going to try and settle for this point and think it's not a bad point over the course of a season. Milan are in the ascendancy. Can they go and get the winner?
And it goes to Cutrone, and Andre Silva would have got to that, but for Miranda it's cleared by D'Ambrosio, and it's Ricardo Rodriguez who thought about hitting that first time, and then he does decide to have a go, and it's watched wide by Handanovic.
He's capable. I've seen him score some goals in the Bundesliga from an awful long way out, but it's set up beautifully to hit on the volley. This is the goal again. Borini does well, cuts back, fires in a good cross. They have to stop that cross getting so far across the goal. Bonaventura arrives, and Handanovic is unfortunate, just bundles it over the line.
Sheer joy for Bonaventura as we see Adair replacing Borja Valero here. Adair, who Signed from Sampdoria in January of 2016. He's only had 78 minutes on the pitch in the league this season. This is his 5th appearance from the bench. Says that he keeps himself in shape and does his best when called. Could he be the hero for Inter? Will someone really come to the fore for one of these Milanese rivals as Vecino is brought down in the centre circle?
It's kind of an attacking change, isn't it? Adair plays a little bit further forward than Borja Valero. He's got an eye for an incisive pass.
Cancelo with the throw-in. Inter are a side who've tended to finish games strongly this season. They've scored more league goals in the final 15 minutes of play than any other side in Serie A, 8 in total. Interestingly, before that goal that has just been scored by, well, it's been credited to Bonaventura, but I think that might change eventually. Milan had not scored a goal in the final quarter of an hour of a game in Serie A this season. That's the first time that they've done that.
Just look at the moment, Inter as though that they've settled for the point. They're a little bit deep.
Cutrone, who can go on, and Locatelli, and Cutrone went for the return, but it's guided back by Miranda.
Yeah, good defending from Miranda, just runs across Cutrone just to stop his run. Strong challenge from Locatelli again, that's his 2nd in the matter of minutes.
Nice, maybe he said something out of turn here to the referee. He wasn't happy with Locatelli there.
Certainly likes to tackle, doesn't he? I like that tackle, he wins the ball.
Well, we got such late drama in the game between these two sides that finished 2-2 back in April. Is it to be the same again? Milan equalised in that match with literally the final kick of the game.
Well, both games last season had late drama, didn't they? Perisic with a 92nd minute equaliser in the other derby last season as well, so, you know, expect more goals.
Adair. And Adair still has it, taken off him by Milan. The free kick is in the Rossoneri's favour. And here comes the red and black. Borini. Stretching the play here to Bonaventura. Looking to get past Cancelo. Belia. Locatelli. Bonaventura flicks it through towards Andre Silva.
It's a nice idea, wasn't it? Try and scoop the ball into the run of Andre Silva, but he was well marshalled defensively.
Vecino gliding forward here for Inter. Icardi makes a darting move and it's opened up the space. Vecino goes on and now Icardi, it's there! Great block, corner.
Brilliant move, brilliant block from Ricardo Rodriguez, put his body on the line. What a run from Vecino. Great movement from Icardi, opens up the space for him, drifts past Bonucci far too easily. Thought he maybe could have got the shot away, Vecino, with his left foot, but tries to find Icardi in the box. Great invention from Icardi, knowing where the support was, and what a block from Rodriguez. Brilliant football all round.
Vecino maybe could have gone on his own though, couldn't he? I think that's what Icardi said to him. Why didn't you just hit it? In goes the cross. Oh, and it's watched.
Penalty.
Oh, it's given a penalty. In the 89th minute in the derby. The referee points to the spot, and Inter are going to have the chance to win this now.
Yeah, it was a header, wasn't it? Glanced on at the near post that was just going wide, and you just wonder, did Ricardo Rodriguez just tug back? I didn't quite see who it was, but he's obviously done something to give away a penalty. Header at the near post. Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, he's got his arms around him, but you see that all the time. I think that's really harsh.
Massive call in such a big game. But it's Mauro Icardi. In the final minute of normal time, a fixture that almost always seems to deliver late drama of late. Are we going to see it again now? Nerves all around San Siro. It is Mauro Icardi, the captain, who's on a hat-trick, and he scores!
The calmest man in the stadium, wasn't he?
Never in doubt from Mauro Icardi, and Inter lead for a third time in the derby. This time, can they hold the lead?
It's a hat-trick for Icardi. He takes his shirt off, shows it to the fans. He's been absolutely outstanding today. 3 chances, 3 goals. Had never scored against Milan until the last outing. Has now scored 4 in the last 2 games. He is the talisman for Inter. He's the star man today.
This is the incident for which the penalty was given. Ricardo Rodriguez adjudged to have held on, but Icardi sent Donnarumma the wrong way, and Inter have the lead in the closing stages of the derby, and what a derby it's been.
Well, there was uncertainty, wasn't there, whether it was a penalty, but there was certainly no uncertainty about the way that Mauro Icardi stepped up and put it away. Spalletti overjoyed. Can they hold on?
Launched forward by Milan. Skriniar gets it clear. Milan looking to hit back for a 3rd time in this game. Bonucci's forward, harmless header. Just 3 minutes added on. I have to say I'm surprised at that.
I am too. There haven't been too many injuries, but there's been a lot of substitutions.
The man of the moment, Mauro Icardi. Well, they were all a bit unsure there. Inter, Perisic let it go. Icardi grimacing. This produced the goods again for Inter. But Milan aren't done yet. Andre Silva. Taken away from him, a determined Gagliardini.
Did brilliantly there, the Gagliardini, didn't he? Wins the ball back, wins the throw-in down deep in the corner.
Well, Icardi still had to do the business from the spot, even after that have been awarded.
I think it was a soft penalty.
Well, it will be certainly talked about and debated at length in the bars around and restaurants around San Siro after this game. Well, he's had his trials and tribulations during his time at Inter. He's fallen out with some of the sections of the support, but to a man, woman and child, they're acknowledging the contribution of Mauro Icardi tonight. He has been outstanding. A wonderful display of clinical centre-forwards.
He has to be up there, doesn't he, in the argument for best strikers in the world at the moment. Look at the likes of Suarez, Cavani, Lukaku, Harry Kane in there, but Icardi would have to be in there.
Final minute of added time, and Milan are stretched at the back. Vecino with the run. Ivan Perisic was there, but he couldn't quite get to it.
Drifted over his head.
They're all on their feet at San Siro, awaiting the final whistle. Still we go on though. He's had a check of the watch. There's the referee. But Milan now look to counter with Locatelli, raining forward in numbers. Wow, he was caught there. They're going to have the chance, Chris, to float this into the box.
Yeah, this is really naive play from Davide Santon. He had the chance just to keep the ball in the corner, which I'm sure is what Luciano Spalletti would have wanted. They'd play out down the side, lose the ball. Eder has to give away the free kick, gives Milan a chance to get everyone in the box. One last opportunity. Can they get that equaliser again?
Well, they did it right at the end of the game in April.
Donnarumma was up then, he's up again this time.
Now or never for Milan as we move into the 5th minute of added time. Donnarumma's up there, Suso with the cross. It's not great, is it? And it's held on to by Handanovic. It's Inter's night. The Milanese bragging rights are theirs for now. Spalletti's side go 10 points clear of their City rivals. Masterminded by Spalletti. The goals came from Icardi. Montella's Milan suffer a third consecutive lead.